Hey guys, Andrew from Aus Evo here. So another video. This one's just a quick talk about what I've been up to on my car for the last few weeks, week and a half, which has been pretty much one of the more confusing times I've had with the car as far as trying to sort out issues. So previous videos I've spoken about my misfire, replacing coils, putting one of Alex's from Canberra Evo Works direct power harnesses onto the car for the coils. Did all that. Still had a funny problem, and the problem was is that the car was cutting out as I was driving down the road. It was basically running for about 5 minutes, and then the car would pretty much lose all power, barely idle, sound like a WRX idling. Because it was only idling on 3 cylinders, because for some reason one of the coils was shutting down. Couldn't work out what was going on. So this was using the Denso coils that I have installed, genuine Denso coils, and Alex's direct power harness. If I put that harness on OEM Evo coils, it worked fine. If I used the coils with the factory loom, it worked fine, but the coils with Alex's harness could not get the car to run for anything longer than about 5 minutes. So I did not know what was wrong. I didn't know if I had a bad coil, or whether it was something to do with the harness, or whether it was something to do with my car, or something to do with the tune. Kind of was a bit of a combination, but I was running out of ideas pretty rapidly. I quite liked having the harness on because it gave me the extra voltage to the ECU and to the coils, so I was reluctant to remove that and just go back to the factory harness. But that was looking like what was going to happen, and I, out of desperation, gave Mark Boxell at GT Pumps. Mark does GT Pumps turbos and stuff, and also the M&W ignition kits, CDI kits. Pretty much the guy to go to for ignition issues in this country, I would suggest, especially with Evos. Anyway, I spoke to him just online. Very helpful. He suggested possibly dwell timing was the issue. Now this car runs a Link ECU package, the Club Sport package that Ben Perry from Benchmark puts on the car. Ben has developed a set of dwell timings for these coils, puts them on cars all over the place, never had the issues, but I would suggest almost always those coils in those cars are powered off the factory loom. Apparently that doesn't quite work when you're running extra power that the direct power harness provides. Mark suggested I drop the dwell timings down by 25%, which is what I did. Using, I can turn this around, hopefully this will work okay. So basically using, I think this is all backwards, but anyway, that's the way it goes. This is just my laptop attached to the ECU with a USB cable, and there's the dual timings, which will be reversed because of the way the camera works. But anyway, that's basically the dual timings for this car. 3D maps, unlike the factory ECUs, the Lynx use 3D maps for their dual timings. So I dropped all those timings down by 25%, took the car for a drive, and the problem was gone. So the apparently the extra voltage that harness that Alex provided me, sold me, was heating up the coils and causing them to shut down. I sent that information through to Ben. Ben was quite surprised because he hadn't seen that kind of dramatic effect by the extra voltage, but he gave me a revised dual timing map, which I've now put into the car. And all good. The car seems to be running pretty well. No issues at all. So that's one thing sorted, which was doing my head in. The other thing I've done to the car since I last spoke to you was I've added a power distribution block to the car. Now this was done on John O'Hadley's suggestion. He's thought it all looked a bit messy where the cables were coming out of the top of the battery. I'll turn this around here. Hopefully this is still working because this phone has been playing up. So basically down here I've got my positive and my negative obviously on my battery. I had a whole lot of cables running out of here. 2 cables running to my my 2 fuel pumps, and one running to my head unit The cables were kind of running out the back. It was a bit of a mess. So what I've done now is I've run a big battery cable from here to a power distribution block, which is in behind here. 2 cables running from that to my 2 fuel pumps via those 2 fuses, and another cable for my head unit running down via a fuse direct to the head unit. That has just cleaned things up quite a lot. Put this bit of plastic in front of it just to protect it from being accidentally shorted out against the brace or something. So it's live, obviously. And here you can see I'm running take that back off again, the red cable there, which I don't know if you can see, there is running to the harness that Alex provides, which is all plugged in on top here. So you can see that there. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I was quite surprised. It pretty much shows the effectiveness with the issue I've been having, the effectiveness of Alex's harness, so much so that the wheel timing needed to be adjusted to, get the thing to work. So it does work, obviously, that harness, and the car seems to be running pretty well now. So hopefully that's it for a little while as far as problems go. Always seems to be something, but it'd be good to get out and enjoy it a bit and stop having to have the bonnet up working on it. Anyway, that's about it, I guess. Yeah. See you in the next video. Bye.